What's crafting, guys? I'm Wither Golem and welcome to my Let's Play series. As you can see, obviously we finished this thing and we've got a whole lot more to do this episode. But I want to show you what I've done first of all between episodes so you know at the progress and how far we're getting. So let's go and check everything out. So let me just eat first. Obviously the first thing you can probably tell is I have put a wall around the outer skirts of the sort of platform for the river, and that's squared everything off. We've also got some roads down, so we've got a nice big long road that's going underneath this bridge here, and it links up to the whole of the system the system of roads over here. Obviously last time we built the big tower. This episode we're going to be building the sort of cable car building where all the cable cars are going to be going, which is pretty cool. I've got a rough idea of how we're going to do this, but I've also put this little dock in over here. It's just a simple sort of thing. These trees still need to come down as well. Let me show you the progress as well on the forest. So yes, you may notice a lot of difference right here. I've got rid of the hill. Obviously last time I was leaving the drill to do some work, and unfortunately I actually nearly lost this world, which was really upsetting. I left the drill running overnight, and I came back to the world, logged out, logged back on, and the drill suddenly was like duping thousands and thousands of rails and coal and blocks, and they were just popping out, and it froze. So what I had to do was try to put some lava down and basically burn everything, and yes, it was stressful. I think what the lesson learned is, make sure you turn this thing off before you go. So that means taking the coal out and taking the blocks out and everything, and just make sure it's empty, because I don't want to have another thing like that where I could potentially lose the series. But okay, we're back onto the episode. So the trees, I'm getting there slowly. Obviously I have done a little bit over here, not quite done. I am not 100% happy with how it's turning out, but I think if I keep working on it, it'll get better and better. Some trees are like slightly lopsided, so it looks like branches have fallen off. Obviously we've got some floaters about, but yeah, the forest is getting quite nice around here now. I still need to do the floors, but I'll have all of the trees and the bases of the trees in place. I just love how it's going to come out. Obviously it's going to go back there, and I probably want it to go all the way up to the main building. But yeah, there's also one more thing I want to show you. So I'll meet you up there in a second. As promised, I said I was going to do something up here, and I quite like it. So this space is going to be a sort of control watchtower sort of place, where two members are going to be on off shifts at all time. So over here we've got a big comfy chair. We've got a sort of computer layout. I know it's not very steampunk, so I have tried to add some pipes and bits and pieces, and it's a different technology that Steampunk has, well, the engineers are working on at the moment. This is from the new add-on, the Redstone add-on. I wanted it to sort of look like a radar dish, and with it constantly going around, I think that looks pretty cool. And these are the new sort of different controls. So this, yeah, I like this section quite a lot. Just having some speakers in the screen, and it's quite cool. Then we've got some basic like storage, like there's going to be food, clothes and bits and pieces in there. Got a little area over here where they can sit down, cook, and they can keep warm. The only entertainment they've got is obviously the little library, but this library is also counts as a table for food, and we've got the little lantern up there. Lots of books. We've got a nice wardrobe with nothing in at the moment, and a see-through bag, and then a bunk bed. So obviously one can sleep or one can stay up. So yeah, this is the top. I quite like it, to be honest. I'm not the best at interiors, but you guys let me know what you think, because I can always get some pointers off you guys, because you are excellent at what you do, and I've just gotta do something stupid. But first, I think now that I've showed you around the bits and pieces I've been doing in between, I think we should go for the first time lapse of the episode. So let's hit it. Whoa, let's just hold up the time lapse right there, because you ever get halfway through a build and you're not happy with part of it? Please guys, never be afraid to just don't knock down the whole thing, just take away that part that you don't like. That's what I'm about to do with this top part, because even though it's got a cool pattern, it's just not right for this area. So I'm gonna get 3 more of these massive columns up, sorry. And then I'll bring you right back to the time lapse. See you tomorrow. So just as I was about to show you a reveal, I see some black walls over there. At least I think they're black walls, but that is pretty cool. I will probably go and find them later. But here we go. Trees. Not really. So I'll take you around here. I'll give you a quick show. As you can see, we've got some big sort of square towers, very repetitive of each other, but this is the basis for the cable car station. It's getting a little bit laggy around here, unfortunately. I think it's obviously I've got the trial chambers underneath it, and when I went down last, there was a little bit of overloading, so I think I had about 50 skeletons in a thing, and I don't quite understand why. So it's going to be one of those investigation things. But anyway, let's get back and I'll show you the build. So obviously I've just added this part, which is the extra side, which is tying it all together now. We've got all of this massive archways. We've got these little walls down here and the roof. I believe I can hear a witch, and I don't know where this witch is, so I'm going to have to be quick and show you down here. Obviously we go underneath, you've got all this, which we can see in a bit, and if you can see that, that is the massive cog system. We've got a wall here. We'll carry our walk around because this is all pretty repetitive, and we'll just take a quick shortcut because obviously we haven't done the back yet in true hermit style. So I've done a bit of the floor. Obviously I've made some custom designs, and these lodestones are so much cheaper now. I'm so happy because they take, I think it's chiseled stone and a block of I think it's an ingot of iron, what I remember. So I've used this sort of nice little design. I've repeated that down in the actual city itself. Over here we've got the two towers. This one still needs its staircase, but this one's got a staircase, which is just a quick winding one, which will take us all the way to the level where we need to. On the outside of the tower, this can take us up, but what I've used up is just to light up some windows at the top, which is basically glass panes and corrugated copper. Now this is the system. So we've got the cog which moves the chains, and the cable car carriages will be moved around in one area, and we'll build one of those in a minute. These are nice little waiting bays. We've got a little bin, a couple of little benches, some flowers, because this area is lacking flowers. So I thought I want to bring these a tiny little roof above this grand sort of glass ceiling sort of thing. So I'm really happy. Now I had to take into consideration safety, and with these carriages going round, it all depends. I could put a smaller floor just underneath, and it all depends how big these carriages are going to be, because once again I haven't planned anything out. But yeah, oh, I didn't tell you, if you saw on top, so we've got a little windmill that's going from this up the top, so that's turning all the time, which is consequently turning the cog, which is turning the chains. And I wanted that as sort of the power system. I didn't want a big electrical system, big cogs and everything. I've got one big cog. Needed something that was going to move it gently. So yeah. Now let's crack on, and we'll build a carriage. We'll see how it turns out. These are all the bits that I've got. I think it's going to work out quite well. I have to eat because, as you all know, and there's a specific person who always tells me to eat. Is it Mr. Pitchy? I don't know if I pronounced your name right, because I have forgotten to ask you. Sorry about that, dude. But we'll build the carriage. So we're going to have to get a little bit further, probably put it round here. Let's just scaffold up and see if we're about the right height. Yeah, we can probably just bring this in one more. Now this, okay, this is not working. Okay, we're just going to do it like this. Oops, there you go. We've got a so it's going to be a similar system to over there. We've got 3 bits. So I'm going to take my little box. We're going to just take all of the goodies that I've got in here, because if you can see where I'm going with it, I don't want it. I want it to be sort of wooden. I want it to be simple. I want it to have a sort of strange, well, not strange style. I want it to be a lot different to the way that, because there's so much copper, there's so much white, there's so much of everything, to be honest. So I'm going to build this system. So we're going to get close to it. There, that's perfect. So what we need to do is, let's see if I can't put one up there. If I put one there, and then we go, say, one here, this will give you the height that I need to build everything up to, which is quite helpful because that's where the thinking stones are going to be. Let's plot another one there because that's going to be helpful for this. We'll place that there, if it'll let us. Complicated system. So here you go, this is better now. We can place this here, which is going to be the guide rail, and then we'll do the same on the other side, but it's going to be easier if I place a block. Let's just place 2 blocks there. We'll be sneaky, because that is that gone the right way? No, it hasn't gone the right way. So this is going to take a while now to get correct, and I've dropped it. There you go. We've got 2 of them, and I want some of the trapdoors. And so the trapdoors are going to go one there, and then we'll go one there. The guidance rail is going to be on this side. No, not this side. We'll put it on the other side because we've got thicker passengers. So we're going to put it this way, and then we can go and put another one on this way. So that is going to be the top of the guidance rail. If we could get down a little bit, let's get out our grindstones because these are perfect. I had a couple of spare as well from when I was doing the other bits. So you place one there like that, place one in the middle, and then we'll place another one there like that. That is going to be the guide rail system. Now let's go down. We'll get all the other copper. What I might do is just show you the guide rail system part, and then I'll build the carriage without you because it's going to take me about an hour. Well, no, it's not going to take me that long actually. It's going to be quite quick, but it means that you don't have to see some of the bog standard work that I've done before because it can get a little bit boring. But I do want to just get this, the height of the system, ready for you so you know what you're looking at. I think that's going to be perfect because look at that, it's counterbalanced. Carriage is going to go along the bottom, and it's roughly going to come around, should come about there. So let me finish off building and I'll bring you straight back. So here it is. I'm going to probably refer this to the chocolate bar carriage because it looks like a big chocolate bar at the moment, but I just wanted something bog standard and basic. We've got obviously the spruce trapdoors, the mangroves, the dark oak. I think it looks quite nice. It gives it sort of classy sort of vibe. Well, and that's what. So haven't quite put any interior in there. I need to just still stick some chairs there, but this will be the overall sort of look for the personal carriages, you know, for carrying people along. And you know what, I might even flip one of these up and have it like a little sort of peephole. Maybe do the same with the other side because this looks pretty cool. Quite like this. It's a nice little addition, and obviously I went with the bamboo door because it sort of makes it pop a bit more, and with the same with the fences up the top, and obviously I'm setting all of them off. But I find that trapdoors maximises the space inside while keeping it slim on the outside, so it means you can still get around. And obviously we've got a little step up. I think I'm going to put a step on the other side, and these will be the sort of boarding areas where they can board. And I believe, if my maths is right, yes, basically when this comes past, it doesn't clip this. And we've got safety in mind now, because I could probably place a floor down there, or I could leave it open, because if people are smart, they won't be silly. So, well, we hope anyway. So yeah, I think this area is pretty much nearly done now. I'm really happy. Do you know what I'll do? I'll take you in spectator mode and show you around. Now we're in spectator mode, we can have a proper look at how this place is coming together. Now obviously we've got this area is going to have a lot more chains and stuff, and then little sort of chain holders, almost like little bridges for the carriages to go across. But this island I want to probably be populated by the villagers, be trading centres and everything, so everything goes over here, and this is the way they get to work. This is obviously the windmill that I was telling you about. The wind catches the sides and spins it round and then moves the whole thing. It does that in even the calmest weather. So yeah, I like the sort of thought of that. Obviously we've got this big tower here. I actually did use sort of the similar system up the top for the windmill, just to sort of send power down. And here's this is sort of, I think it was the magnets or something similar to that, so I used that, and because I think that looks quite good as a sort of radio tower. I think between episodes I'm probably going to build the carriage centre down there and show you around, but I haven't looked at this place from afar in ages, and I think, oh my god, it's starting to look so cool. The silhouette of it looks amazing. It's so big. Obviously we've got the canal and the little electric crane controls. We've got, this was the first biome. We've still got to conquer the other 3 biomes, but I've been focusing on doing the big buildings first, and then the entrance building. And it, like I said earlier, in true hermit style, I haven't done the back yet. And the back is one of the bigger, well, the back is one of the bigger buildings. It's going to be huge. Obviously it's going to house the lifts, it's going to house probably the nether portal, the enchantment library, all that shebang is going to be in this sort of cathedral-like esque building, which is going to take probably a whole episode to do. Obviously I haven't finished that side, but it is coming together. It is looking amazing. I am so happy. It isn't quite the image that my mind came out with, but it's even better. I'm really happy with how this place is turning out, and I hope you guys are too. If you've got any other ideas for me while I try to figure out different more biomes, and oops, I pressed the block in the wrong place again, you know me by now. But yeah, if you guys have got any comments, suggestions, basically anything, let me know and comment below, because yeah, without your help I wouldn't be where I am now. So thank you. So guys, thank you for sticking with me through all of this. This is, like I said before so many times, this is a huge project, so we're tackling it bit by bit because it's such a big thing, and I don't have the materials to hand at all times. So bricks has taken me ages, granite has taken me ages, was it granite? Obviously there's calcite. I've got a wood farm which is pretty helpful, it helps with all the wood, and yeah, the trial chamber is pretty bare at the moment, so I have very nearly took everything out of there, which is so helpful because I'm going to have to find another one to go mining. So I'd love to thank you guys out there. There's so many of you: Meravec, David Picky, Steam Lava, Dio, Flame Knight. I can't, you know what, there's so many of you. I'll drop your names below so that you can all get a good like mention, because you guys are awesome. You're so supportive. You've done an amazing job of helping me get through my little creative blocks. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please smash that like button. Don't forget to drop me a subscribe, and stay crafty. If you've enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to check out my past episodes.